With GPU prices finally getting back to normal, is it time to finally build your own PC, or are pre-built PCs still the better deal? Let's find out. So what I have here is the Apollo gaming PC from VRLA Tech, a company that started off building high quality servers and workstations at a great price back in 2016. Since they were doing so well, they ventured into building gaming PCs just 3 years later. You know, buying a pre-built PC was the most cost-effective way of getting into gaming back in the day with the GPU shortage, but with prices coming back to normal, is it still the better deal? The Apollo PC that I have here features the Ryzen 5 5600X, 16 gigs of RAM running at 3200 MHz, and an EVGA RTX 3060 XC graphics card. We also have 120GB M.2 SSD for the main operating system, which can also hold one, probably two more games, and then we have a 1TB hard drive. The Apollo starts at $1199 on their website, which includes a 1-year warranty, free shipping, and leaves the warehouse in 1 to 2 business days. So I looked up the exact same parts on PC Part Picker to find out how much I would be paying if I were to buy the parts separately and build it myself. And surprisingly, it's only going to be $50 cheaper if I were to do it myself. It would cost $1,147.51 to build this exact PC if I were to buy the parts myself. So you're basically paying a $52 build fee. Except your boy Source from EdTech did some investigating and I figured out they're actually charging about $100 for a full Windows 11 key. And let's face it guys, most of us, we don't pay full price for a Windows key. For example, I only pay $15 for a Windows 10 Pro key or $21 for a Windows 11 key. Guys, please, whatever you do, if you're building your own system, don't pay full price for a Windows key. Okay, you can get it much cheaper at yourcdkey.com. Just make sure to use my code TS20 to get that discount. So if you factor in the $79 discount for the key, if you were to build a PC yourself, you will now be saving about $131 more off the price. So the total cost of the PC would now be technically $1,068 if I were to build the PC myself. So that's $131 less than the price of the Apollo. So I guess with that price, you're basically getting the PC built by a team of professionals. You get the 1-year warranty, so if anything happens to your PC later down the line, you can call them for support and they will take care of you. So paying an extra $131 for a pre-built PC these days is actually pretty good. As long as it's between $100 and $200, I feel like you're not in the overpaying range. In fact, this is still $200 cheaper than NZXT using the same specs. But the main difference here is NZXT only gives you 1TB of space, but it is worth mentioning that you get a 1TB M.2 SSD and a 650 watt power supply. All right, so the build itself looks pretty good, especially for being a mid-range PC. If you're a fan of RGB, you're gonna love all the extra fans and lighting. However, these do not come standard with the Apollo. By default, the PC comes in only 2 standard black fans, so if you want more RGB, it's gonna be extra. So they're using the Deepcool Matrix 55 as a default case, which I've built in before. It's a pretty good case with decent airflow, but personally, it wouldn't have been my first choice. I would have gone with the Landcool 215 or the Montech X3, which comes with 6 RGB fans already installed, or even the Musatex that also comes with 6 fans. I'm only mentioning this because, you know, if I were to sell pre-built PCs one day, I would want my customers to have good looking cases and also to save money in the process, right? Like if VRLA went with a case that came with pre-installed RGB fans, it would have added more value to the PC and would have saved the customer, you know, money in upgrading fans later down the line. However, with that said, you do have the option of selecting a much nicer case. You can go with the Corsair 4000D Airflow in either white or black for an extra $50. Cable management is done very well. As expected, if you're gonna pay money for a pre-built PC, it better come with clean cable management, right? The fan configuration is perfect inside the build. We have neutral pressure with 3 intake in the front and then 3 exhaust near the back. But there's still plenty of space for upgrades. There are 2 open DIMM slots, so you can add 2 more sticks if you want later down the line. Just make sure they're the same brand with the same frequency and CL timing. We got plenty of SATA ports for more storage and a space for a larger graphics card as long as the PSU can support it. So how does the PC perform on the games you want to play? Well, on the website, it can actually show you the average FPS for each game title along with the settings you want to play in. But how accurate is it really? Well, we're gonna test it out. All right, so the first game we're testing out is GTA 5, and on the website it says that we should be getting around 80 FPS in high settings. Now, it doesn't tell me if I should enable these other settings like FXAA, so I'm gonna leave these on default, and I set everything else to high, as you can see here. 80 FPS seems a bit low, in my opinion. That's what I thought. See, we're getting around 160 instead, which is pretty much double, I would say. She looked at me the wrong way. Gotta teach her a lesson. All right. So yeah, we're dipping down to 143, 138. I mean, it's still a lot better than 80 FPS, that's for sure. Let me go for a ride real quick. All right, we are driving around in the city, averaging closer to 140 now. So still very smooth gameplay. No stuttering whatsoever. Oh, looks like we dipped down to 125. So anywhere from 120 to 160 is what you'll get in GTA 5 in high settings and leaving the rest on default. So definitely a lot better than 80 FPS. I think they're just playing it safe and by putting it by the lowest guaranteed FPS, but you definitely can get a lot more with the system. Temp-wise, we're actually looking really good as well with the graphics card. Around 60, 61 degrees, and then for the CPU, getting closer to 63. So yeah, not bad. The system's also very silent. You guys probably can't even hear the fan noise. Do keep in mind that this is with the 3 intake and 3 exhaust fans. So if you guys are gonna upgrade, it's gonna be a bit extra. The PC only comes with 2 fans. You get only 1 intake and 1 exhaust. So your temps might be a little on the warmer side if you don't upgrade. All right, so yeah, these numbers check out. Let's go ahead and try out the next game. Okay, so one thing I noticed, and this is very important, VRLA TECH does not enable XMP profile before they ship the PC to you. As you guys can see, we're running on 2133 megahertz, when in fact we should be running on 3200 megahertz, which is the full frequency of the RAM. So when you get your PC, go to the OC tweaker, scroll down, and make sure you guys load XMP. It's set on auto, when you should be setting it to XMP 2.0 profile. So now we're gonna get 3200 megahertz on the memory. We're gonna leave the DRAM voltage on auto, basically adjust to 1.350, which is what you want it set at. So we're gonna hit F10 afterwards, and then the PC will restart back into Windows. This should get you more FPS in the games that you're playing. So we just tested out GTA 5. You should be getting slightly more FPS in game. So definitely make sure to enable XMP on your PC. All right, we're on the Windows. We're on the desktop. Let's go into Task Manager, Performance, Memory, and we should see over here, yep, the speed is now at 3200 megahertz, so we are good to go. All right, up next we got Fork Knife, everyone's favorite game. On the website it says that we should be getting 147 FPS in 1080p in high settings, it looks like. So let's go down here and change this to high. There we go. And then hit apply. And let's get into the game. I do have to say that playing Fork Knife again without any building is much more tolerable compared to before. Like if I'm gonna play this game, if I'm gonna be forced to play this game for benchmarks, I'd rather play this version. It's way more fun. All right, so anyways, FPS wise, we're actually, wow, we're pretty much on the dot, guys. 150, 144 to 150 FPS, that's how much we're getting, which is right there in between the 147 average FPS that we should be getting. Not bad. All right, for Apex Legends, we are supposed to be getting around 134 FPS in high settings. I actually left the settings on high by default, and I just increased the FOV to max. I haven't played Apex in such a long time. This gameplay is gonna be ass, I'm just saying, guys. So frame-wise, we're getting 125 to 140. Looks to be in range. So yeah, do keep in mind, guys, that the FPS is capped at 144, so sometimes it would boost above to 150, maybe 160, but we can't see that. Wow, I'm so bad at this game, dude. No! Oh, I got hit. Oh, unfortunate. All right, well, FPS checks out. Yeah, these numbers are very accurate. All right, so in Forza Horizon 5, we should be getting around 153 FPS and 1080p. I'm not gonna lie, that number seems a bit high. for Forza. It's a very demanding title, so let's check it out. Yeah, just what I thought. So we're only getting, actually it's starting to get up a little bit. I mean, it's not bad, but we're definitely not getting close to 153. I think this would also depend on the map or what race you're doing. This is definitely still playable. I think it just hit like 146 FPS. So yeah, we're pretty much averaging 120 to 130, I would say, constantly. It does dip down to 108. But yeah, I mean, not bad. For high settings on Forza Horizon 5, this is really nice. Buttery smooth gameplay, no lag, no stutter. We're definitely not averaging 153 like the website's claiming, but I mean, this is still pretty damn good. At the end of the day, if you're buying a pre-built PC, you gotta make sure you're getting a good deal. Compare the prices to the competitors, but more importantly, you gotta be happy with your purchase. And it's gotta deliver the FPS that you want for the games you're playing. I know that VRLA Tech offers some of the best value out there when it comes to pricing, so it's gonna be very difficult to beat, but I encourage you guys to check out their PCs by visiting the link below. You might be surprised to find out how much money you'll be saving. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. For everyone that stuck around till the end, I have a very special and secret giveaway planned for you guys. Okay, I'm actually giving away this PC right here to one lucky subscriber, and all you have to do to enter is to comment what you thought about the PC or VRLA Tech in general, and make sure to leave your Discord tag, because that's the only way I'm gonna reach out and ask for your shipping address. You don't have to leave a like, but obviously I would appreciate it if you guys do. But more importantly, do not mention anything about the giveaway in the comment section down below. Let's keep this a secret between everyone that stuck around till the end of the video, which is like maybe 25% of the audience, so there's a higher chance of winning compared to a regular giveaway. This is a global giveaway, by the way. I'll announce the winner in a week on my Discord section. Thank you guys so much for watching, and good luck to whoever enters.